Hello, would you want to know how to attract extremely targeted network marketing leads using the internet? If you are an internet marketer or a digital business owner, you might want to stick around for a few more minutes. I am Luca, the founder of NotHereToBreakEven.com, and I am here to share with you in this very video the techniques that I am personally using to generate between 20 and 30 highly targeted network marketing leads every single day after only 3 months of starting with my personal digital business journey. But let me tell you a bit about myself first, because I am aware that there's so much information out there. You probably are seeing many other guys like me or not, I don't know, on the internet, and you definitely are wondering, why should I even watch this video, right? Well, let me tell you something. I've not always been a digital marketer. Truth be told, I am an information technology expert and I am an engineer by background. I think that for some reason, these technical savviness of mine has been what has brought me to wondering, how can I leverage the techniques, the platforms, the technologies that are out there on the internet to generate an income for myself? And you know, when I started asking myself that question, I started myself asking that question when I was realizing that it was more the money that I personally was spending on goods and services on the internet, and therefore making it up for an income for somebody else. And then I immediately realized, why should I not be doing the same and applying the same techniques that these people are using to generate an income for myself? So I started with my digital business education, and since 3 months, I started to consistently generate results. And this is what I'm talking about in this video. And if you are willing to know my personal 3 steps approach to creating network marketing leads and putting sales on autopilot, you might want to register for my free webinar using the link that I will disclose after you've watched this video. But of course, I am not going to talk about that in too much detail here because we only have a limited time available. The great thing about attraction marketing comes from it being very natural, or at least that's how I see that. So let me ask you a question. Do you know what are the 2 main reasons why people go on the internet? No? Okay, I'm going to tell you. So these 2 main reasons, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but neither of those 2 reasons actually contemplates watching your personal messages or ads, guys, and this is valid for me as well, are information and entertainment. So if you guys are working around either of these 2 areas, this is what to convey the message to the right people for you to get into as leads. So think about yourself for a second. When you were starting in your journey as a digital business owner or whatever have you, I cannot know what you were doing for a living, but I can imagine that when you were starting doing something, one of the first things you started doing was going on the internet and searching for information about that. Why is that important to know? Because and I need to answer with another question, even though my mom has always taught me that you never answer a question with another question. But since I am asking the questions, I can also answer these questions with other questions. Okay, so when are people most targetable to your marketing messages? That's right, when they are searching for that kind of information. Right there, right at that moment, they can be targetable and can be converted into leads. So you want to be very clear on how to exploit that moment to make sure that these people are converting into leads for your own messages. And again, guys, this is something I'm talking about in my 3 steps approach to generating highly targeted network marketing leads and putting sales on autopilot in my free webinar. Now, why is it important to know about that? Because there are 2 main ways. Actually, guys, there are only 2 ways of generating leads. And that's valid online, that's valid offline, but I'm talking about the online world here, the digital space. One is called prospecting, and this is more the active way of getting leads. What do I mean by prospecting? Well, prospecting is pretty much seeing you as picking up the phone and going through a list of prospects that you would have to go one by one with your sales messages, hoping to convert them into customers. Now, this is not personally my favorite way of doing it, but there are definitely pros and cons about this technique as well. So what are the pros? Let's start from them. One of the pros that I would see with prospecting is that it is highly controllable. What do I mean by that? you definitely know at the end of the day how many prospects you would be able to reach. And another, the second item that I consider to be a positive thing for prospecting is that you will immediately get the feedback from this prospect. It means that after just a few minutes of talking through them, you would exactly know where they stand. Now, let's cover on the negative side of prospecting. Well, prospecting doesn't allow something that for me is fundamental, and it is crucial you guys in your digital marketing efforts start exploring and understanding. It is leveraging. Prospecting doesn't really allow you to leverage. If you are yourself and yourself only, then you have no other way out of it. You will need to pick up the phone every single time and repeat the same experience with each of your prospects. Now, to the marketing side, I need to talk about that because I'm seeing myself, and after realizing what is working for me, what is most appropriate for me, for my way of doing things, I'm realizing there's so many people out there not doing things the right way that I'm a bit astonished. So marketing is a bit the passive way, if you will, to attract people, to generate leads for your messages. Why do I say that? Because marketing usually entails placing ads or messages or videos like the one that you're watching here now, guys, across the internet, or social media messages, hoping that somebody seeing them will resonate with it, will click on them, and will take an action. Now, why do I see marketing as very powerful? For the following reasons. First of all, it is highly leverageable. You really definitely have the opportunity to automate a lot of things like email marketing, like digital marketing funnel, putting sales on autopilot. I mean, guys, literally, some of the resources that are out there like this video will keep generating outcomes months or even years after they have been created and published. What's another aspect? I think filtering is another great advantage of marketing done in this way. Why do I say that? Because let's be honest, guys, you want to talk with the right people. Even though your message, and that's the great thing with marketing, the message that will resonate with the people that will resonate with your message are literally going to hop on your lap to know more, to want more of you and from you. But also, that's the other aspect that I consider an advantage, is that the wrong people, so the ones that are not interested in your message, are not going to do that. They're not going to reach out to you. They're going to see your message and say, okay, bye, I don't care. And this is fantastic because you don't get to lose any time with people that, honestly speaking, you don't want. So guys, why have I talked about why are people going on the internet? Why do I love marketing? Why do I see that much opportunity around marketing? Because eventually, and this is the strategy that works for me most, I think that attraction marketing works best when it's adopted in the form of education marketing. I mean, this video that you're watching here can be considered education marketing. What's an added advantage of it? I'm not selling anything, guys. This is not a sales pitch. I'm talking to you about things that are proven, that are working for me, that can work for other people as well, that I'm surely hoping work for you. But definitely, I'm not asking for anything in return. So this is not a sales pitch per se. What's the added advantage of it? The added advantage for you as well, should you wish to go this way, is that you will be able to build a kind of a trust network with people that are watching you. And all of a sudden, you will be recognized as an authority figure in your field. So I think the value of the concept of attraction marketing is something that you start to understand. Again, this was just a very quick introduction to my 3 steps approach to generating highly targeted leads using digital marketing and how to put sales on autopilot. I surely hope that you keep following me, that you found value in this. And I'm going to give you a bit of a bonus here. The techniques that I will talk about in my free webinar, the 3 steps approach that I am using, are virtually applicable to any kind of industry. I don't know what industry you're in. I have no possibility of knowing it. But if you're in the healthcare industry, if you're in the weight loss industry, if you're in the travel industry, and it doesn't even matter what product or service you are selling, these are universal concepts that you can use to your advantage. Guys, I thank you very much for being with me. I know it's been a few minutes. You made it through to the end. Keep following me. And don't forget to register for my free webinar, the 3 steps approach on how to generate highly targeted leads on the internet and how to put your sales on autopilot. Thank you guys. Bye.